Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna play a game about digging a hole. Probably questioning as to why we're playing this game. It's kind of a relatively new game, just came out. It looked like a lot of fun. Just kind of seems enjoyable. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? House for sale, only 10,000? With gold treasure in the garden. Seems a little suspect here, obviously. Apparently also comes with the furniture outside. Super Mega Digger 3000 Ultimate 2.0 with detector set. Explodes when battery gets empty. That's always good to know. Alright, here we go. So looks like shift lets us sprint. Tab is our inventory. Okay. Looks like in our bottom left we also have health and battery bar. What do we have over here? Nice little tool room. Looks like this is where we can sell what we dig up. Solar punk. Looks like there's a chest with 2 keys. Okay, upgrades. Perfect. And it looks like we can also buy health and battery life. And we can save our game. Okay, excellent. What about anything else here? Can we go into the house? No. I mean, this is still quite lovely. For 10 grand. Okay, so it looks like we're going to start where X marks the spot. Ooh, stone. Alright, ooh, let's get some more stone. Okay, our inventory is full. So let's go see what we sell stone for. $3. Okay, let's go ahead and sell that. Let's go back and do a little bit more digging. Looks like we still have some pretty good on the health life of our battery here. I'm going to just kind of make this a big square to kind of start off with. I do plan to dig up as much of the garden as humanly possible. Obviously, I want that treasure. But, you know, kind of a good starting point here. Uh-oh. Okay, so it looks like you get a pretty good amount of warning for your battery low. So let's go ahead and sell this and just kind of dig a little bit more, and then we'll refill our battery. Just kind of watching our battery life here. Okay, so now we got batteries critical. So let's go ahead and sell our that one stone we have for $1. And let's go take a look. So we have $7. It looks like we can upgrade the battery if we choose to, or the radius. And we need to do the charging. Well, if I do a charge, I can also upgrade my radius. So let's go ahead and do that. And then let's go ahead and save a game here. Perfect. Alright. Definitely got some bigger holes here. Get rid of some of this top layer of dirt. Okay, inventory is full. Okay, $6. We'll go ahead and just charge it. God. Keep hitting this thing that's in the lower part of my computer screen, and I need to get rid of it. You guys can't see it, but it's really annoying. Oh, so you destroy ore if you don't... Okay, so I need to make sure from now on we keep that in mind. Let's just go ahead and charge it. Let's get a little bit more money, I think, and then I'll kind of start these upgrades a bit. Still have a good amount of battery left. I think we can do a little bit more here, especially since okay, we got 17. Let's go ahead and charge our battery. And let's go ahead and upgrade our battery here and our inventory. Ooh, cold. Okay. Still go a little bit longer on that battery, so let's sell what we got and head back and do just a little bit more kind of like this digging here. So I think the one stone we have. Imagine, obviously. Okay, so $4 now. Let's go ahead and do it. I don't think we need a jetpack yet, but we will obviously be getting that because it looks like as the further we go down, kind of the more we're going to have to be able to get out of here. And yes, I'm planning to literally dig up the whole entire yard. We're just going to do it all. We're just going to do it all. I mean, I might as well, right? I mean, it is kind of cathartic. A little bit relaxing here. Might as well get as much as I can. I mean, if I have to dig a hole in the yard, I might as well just dig up the whole yard. Okay, so we have one more spot in our inventory. So let's go ahead and grab that stone. And we still have what looks like still some battery life here. So let's see if we can get anything else before we get too low down for critical. Okay. $36, not bad. Let's go ahead and charge our health up. And you know what? Let's go ahead and make our shovel size just a little bit bigger. I like the bigger shovel size here. Ooh, what was that? Ooh, iron. Okay. Oh no! Oh, dang it. I didn't mean to break that ore. There we go. Got $28. Go ahead and recharge ourselves here. You know what? Save our game real quick. $51. Okay. Let's go ahead and make our battery life bigger. I probably should have charged it first. And you know what? Since we have the 12 bucks, let's go ahead and buy the jetpack. Not that I think we're going to necessarily need it at this exact moment, but just to have it just in case. Let's get up to 30 so we can upgrade our inventory amount. Look at that, 26 bucks. I know some other people have been playing this. I haven't really had a chance to watch. Oh no. Other than to kind of like see what the rough basics of it is, that you literally are just in a backyard digging a hole. So I don't know like what anybody else's thoughts are on the game or what their actual style of gameplay was. $43. But, you know, figured this was kind of just a fun, I don't know, it kind of like a weird cozy game that I know is not actually cozy, if that makes sense. Because, I mean, literally all I'm doing is digging a hole, but you know what, we'll just go ahead and recharge the battery, and let's go ahead and up our inventory. How many spots do I get? 12 now, nice. So yeah, so I'm not really sure how they all played it. But I figured, you know what? If all I'm doing is digging a hole, I could at least just have a little bit of fun with it, right? Might as well just dig up all the yard. Of course, the hole feels a lot bigger than it obviously actually is right now. It'd be interesting to see how far out it kind of lets you go. And I'm guessing that extra sound of the that's the jetpack. There we go. Get that last little bit there. Okay, we got $56. We're just going to go ahead and recharge the battery and head back out. It's probably not the best way to play it, to be honest, but do I care? No. There's like nothing up over here. That's a little irritating, isn't it? Just trying to get the most that we can here. I know. Battery is low. Okay, and then $88, not bad so far. Okay. So let's go ahead and charge that battery again. I mean, you know, if I bought this house for 10 grand, I think I should be able to afford to put in a pool. I might as well dig that myself since that's what I'm doing now, is digging. Can't hurt to make this into a pool, right? Obviously, also, the bigger the top of the hole is here, the more light I will have, the further I kind of go down. Which is kind of what I'm thinking, you know, because I have a feeling as the further you get down, the darker it's going to be in the hole. And it might make sense to have a pretty big enough opening in order to kind of, you know, obtain Okay, inventory full, plus the battery critical, so let's go ahead and sell, and sell. Now, charge our battery, upgrade our shovel, save game. Okay. My guess is also like the bigger your shovel, maybe the less amount of battery you actually end up using, because your holes become a bit more productive as far as what you're getting out of it. Okay. This. All right. We're good there. Let's see. We'll do the jetpack upgrades in a little bit. I think right now I'm kind of more interested in the inventory shovel size. Okay, so when they made this, they clearly thought that somebody would be doing what I'm doing because okay. So okay. I think we can get a couple more bucks before we really get critical. Okay. Let's go ahead and charge it up. And you know what? I could technically right now do the inventory and or the battery, but let's get a little bit more money first. Okay. Okay, we can go a little bit longer, I think. Okay. Let's get a little bit more here. Okay. You guys are actually enjoying this a little bit. I know it's kind of a weird, bizarre kind of game, but it's also a lot fun. It's kind of cathartic in a way, kind of nice and relaxing. You kind of take your mind off of everything. We'll go ahead and do the battery charge, and let's go ahead and upgrade our inventory, upgrade our battery, and we'll upgrade our jetpack, and now we have $2 left. We just did a bunch of upgrades. And we'll come over here for a little bit. All right, look at this. Okay, looks like we reached the edge over here. I think we would have a lovely pool. Okay. I'll make sure we have enough money to at least cover. And get all the monies. Wow, 19 bucks now. Jeez. I like the fact that they have the birds in the background to give you kind of that atmosphere of you are outside in your backyard. Definitely gives it a much more realistic kind of feel. Okay. Oh my god. That's annoying. That was $1 down the tank. Okay. I know there's some more iron over there, which I will get back to. Okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and sell. Get our charge up. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Random dirt. Wonder if we're ever gonna get to like silver or something like that. I mean, because I imagine at some point we hit gold. You know? I mean, at some point you have to. Right? Okay. I think we're still good right now. Let's get more money. Oh, here we go, 2 iron. Another iron. Battery is critical. Oh no! Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, let's go sell. Fill our battery charge. And then go back here. Okay, so it says there's something here. Obviously, the more the rings... Okay. Let's go back out here. Okay. money bag. Yes, I will take that. Thank you for asking. Money. We want the money. Okay, let's just kind of stay up here for a few seconds. Clear some of this out. I want all the monies. You know, I think if I just got paid to, like, dig up and sell stone and coal and iron from my yard, I don't think I'd complain too much. You know? Doesn't seem like a bad gig. I mean, I think you'd be exhausted after a little while, and... Oh, you haven't saved the game for 30 minutes. What? Let's save our game. Thank you for that warning. Oh my goodness. That was unexpected, and what a nice little surprise. I like the game that tells you, hey, you probably should save it. Your computer could crash. You could blow up. Because I like to push my battery limit. Game's like, hey, it'd be a good idea if you saved. How much do I... 15. Okay. We have a little bit more we can do before we hit critical. We're going to find all of the secrets. All of them. Every secret we can find. We will find it. Battery's critical, so let's sell. And go back here and we can upgrade. And you know what, let's go ahead and upgrade our shovel. Ooh. Does that say drill? Oh my god, 600 and we can have a drill? Jeez. Do we need a drill is the question. Oh no. God, I keep forgetting when it says that. Don't hit anything. God, look how much bigger my radius is. This is fantastic. Oh my god. And I kind of just get in the whole like mind frame of just doing it and don't even think about it. And then I just destroy the ore all willy-nilly. Try and minimize the need for the jetpack in the beginning here. Stay on top of that saving. Keep seeing the stone as we're getting further down. I keep thinking to myself, is that going to be like us hitting silver? But no. We'll go ahead and charge it. Okay. I wonder if you can have speedrunners for this game. You know? Because I mean, literally all you do is just dig. Okay, we just got the upgrade on the inventories. How much do we have? 20. Nice. Secretly digging a pool. No. I probably lost more money destroying ore by accidents. See, I feel like it's already built for a pool. We keep coming around where there's like, looks like some underground structure or something. You know what I mean? I mean, look at that. Maybe a pool used to be here. Now we're just those people. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and upgrade the jetpack while we're at it, just for the fact that we're getting further and further. Probably should. Also feel like I need to do a little bit of cleanup here. It's like, what were you doing today? Being OCD about digging a hole. Okay. Alright, let's get this sold. See how there's like this tile structure? I mean, obviously it doesn't go all the way down, but that would be definitely useful for a pool, I think. I mean, yeah, you have a rock wall here, but... probably making the game also a bit more tedious than what it's probably meant to be. I don't know, there's something about it like this that's calming. Ooh. You know what? Okay, scratch. Okay. Oh my god, just a pile of coal right there. Jesus. Although it looks like the rock wall also goes all the way down here, so you technically could easily, as a homeowner of a, I mean, you have the extra money, you might as well, right? Although, what's the catch? Why was it? I mean, $10,000 for a... Parkour it. So... Okay. $18 charge. Technically, I could go ahead and up the battery again, but I think we'll wait a little bit for that. So the question is this also stop? It does. Oh my god. What is all this? Could there be secrets? I think we'll find diamonds. I'm thinking diamonds may be a possibility. That'd be kind of fun. Right? Like... Okay. Still not using the jetpack too much, but I think that's because I've kept kind of this area still pretty... This part's kind of my own personal enjoyment, I think. It's like this whole... If I uncover everything, what will that be like? Can I crouch? No. My guess is I'm probably not playing like how it's supposed to be played, which is okay. I think if we played everything how it's exactly supposed to be played, you get no variation, no experimentation. I feel like that kind of pulls some of that fun out for you, you know? Not everybody's going to play the game the same. Nor should you want to. Oh, I didn't have any ores to sell this time. It's because I was just doing the dirt. But look how good it looks over here so far. I mean, doing this, we're going to definitely find all the little secrets. Which I'm all for. You know, anything about me is I like the little weird video game secrets, the lore, all that. I'm just gonna get some stuff to sell before I come back over here and start this all over again. I could play with the controller, but I feel like the mouse and keyboard is just kind of easy. Although I wonder what it would be like to play with a controller. Hold on. Settings. Oh, VSync. I don't need VSync on. Access, field of view. So there's nothing over here that kind of indicates that. But I wonder if you could do a controller. Let's see just for fun, right? Can a controller be used? Okay, so you use right trigger. Oh, that's weird. I'm gonna go with, it's horrible with a controller. So we're gonna go flip back to mouse, cause, yeah, no. I mean, it was worth the attempt, right? Like, it's worth the test. But I did not like it with the controller at all. And that's coming from somebody who is used to playing primarily with controller and is learning how to play with mouse and keyboard. I feel like this type of a game, just the mouse and keyboard is so much better. I also feel like there could be like some type of like peaceful music in the background. Nothing copyrighted, but you know, something to just kind of give a little bit of a ambiance than just the birds. Like some type of spa-esque music. Just something to kind of give it a little bit of a different vibe. You know, I know what they're trying to go for with the birds. It was like this whole, like, kind of backyard, calm feel, which I 100% appreciate. I just think possibly a little bit of music would not be. You see birds? No. But you would think like the neighbors would look out back and be like, why are you digging? Why are you just back there digging? I don't know. I feel like that would be a question that should be asked. Oh my god, I just got hurt. I forgot that there is hurt damage here. And apparently it's fall damage. Would explain, which would be smart, because I mean you're technically jumping back down into a hole. Which means then you have to think of your jetpack helping you get down. I don't know what this is like to watch, and I apologize if you're like, oh, get on with it. But this is actually very relaxing for me. Probably some of you are probably going to be wondering soon what's going to be on the docket to play in the future. I am going to start Bioshock 2 soon. Probably within the next week or so. I just need a little bit of a break after playing Bioshock 1. I do have another Chilla's Art game that's going to be coming up called Night Delivery, so we'll be playing that. And then after that, obviously, I'm going to play some more of the Chilla Arts games here. You know, they're just kind of some one-shot horror. I do plan to also play Doki Doki Literature Club, which is also a kind of visual, almost horror dating game. You know, I haven't seen the whole game. I've seen bits and pieces of it. So I understand, like, definitely has some major kind of elements. Some questionable subject. But I definitely want to play it. I think it would be a lot of fun. I also have a couple other kind of visual novels to play. There we go. You know, a couple different ideas. Maybe I'll go ahead and put out like a post or something. Oh, I haven't saved. Save. Okay. Look at that. Look at that whole back wall. and the floating pieces of dirt. I think we'll clear up this side a little bit as well. Yeah, we're going to play that. BioShock 2, Doki Doki Literature Club, some more chill art games. I'm thinking about also playing Dredge. And then some Pacific Drive. Obviously, we'll continue on with some Stardew Valley. More so just kind of for that whole comfort game. Let me know if there's any other kind of like comfort games you want to see. I do plan to play a little to the left. And some Big City Little Kitty, which would then also lead me to playing Stray. And as a person who loves kitty cats, in case you can't tell by my profile pic, you know, getting to play games as cats is always exciting for me. I've never played them, so I think it'd be a lot of fun to be able to play as a cat. So yeah, that's kind of some of the upcoming plans I have. I do try to post every other day, if not every day. There are a couple times where I have to like a couple more days in between. A lot of that's just, you know, life, events and stuff like that. Like over the weekend on Saturday, I went to a South Carolina Comic-Con over on the East Coast. Was like, you know, that'd be kind of fun. Let's go check out that convention. Because I've been to a bunch of them. I've been to San Diego Comic-Con. I've been to MegaCon in Orlando. I've been to Dragon Con. I've been to WonderCon in Austin. So it's kind of one of those things where it's just like, I've been to D23 in Anaheim. So, you know, it's, you know, I try to go to all the different conventions. I've been to RaleighCon up in North Carolina. You know, so I like to try to get out and do as many of the cons I can if I got the time, if I can go to that area. So in this case, I had seen some people that I wanted to meet in South Carolina Comic-Con. Big Star Trek Next Gen person. So, you know, got to meet Riker, Jonathan Frakes, and Brett Spiner, who plays Data. Probably did not pronounce his name right, and that's because my brain is like short-circuiting. I was going to try to meet Tara Strong, but it just, my timing was just really bad on that. Yeah, so it was just kind of one of those things where it's like it's like at the convention and was like, I want to go. Met the voice, Michelle Ruff played Luna from Sailor Moon. So, I try to do little things like that every once in a while to just kind of have a little bit of fun. It cost $1 to fix my health right there. That was interesting. Dynamite used to destroy rocks, and lava rocks can't destroy white rock. Lamps cannot be picked up again once placed. Gotcha. So yeah, it was one of those things where it was just like, you know, I was in the area, why not go? Why not have some fun? I try to go as many conventions as I can, so, you know, and I like to go to the conventions of all sizes, so, you know, I don't need to just do these big conventions. I'm okay with doing smaller ones too, the ones that cost, you know, $5, $10, $15 to get in, $20. kind of just walk around, do a little bit of shopping sometimes. You know, there may be somebody there you can meet, but a lot of times it's just to kind of see the outfits people, the cosplay people come up with. So yeah. So all that to say that, like, my weekends have a tendency to get pretty booked, which is when I try to do majority of my filming, or my recording rather. And so when they get booked, it's like, you know, just trying to kind of come up with times on when I can record. And, you know, so I try to get myself to have a little bit of a database where I, you know, can get everything kind of in place, but it's never a guarantee, so. Just keep digging, just keep digging. Almost like the Dory song, just keep swimming. I like how too, like, our X on the spot where we were supposed to start digging is like over there, and we've dug everywhere else. We're like, hey, let's dig along the sides first and be that person. Ooh, we just found copper. Okay. That's nice. Let's get some more coal here. Okay. I don't want to use the jetpack too much if I'm critical. I didn't even see how much the copper. Let's go ahead and upgrade the battery. I know it's going to cost us a lot more money now to charge it, but you know, it's worth it, I think, to do it. Oh no! Well, that actually did a lot of damage to me right there. Jeez. I feel like the game should have a way for you to, like, build platforms. Now that would be cool. So I wonder, since we found copper, and obviously we have iron and we have coal and stone, after copper we must then find silver. Right? Yeah, we just platformed that. I mean, I imagine so. Right? We're going to just take this a little bit slower. I mean, I imagine. Interesting color right there. I just found more copper. Before I hit sell, we need to double check that copper cost. You know what I mean? There we go. Try to use the jetpack as minimal as possible. So copper is $10. What? Also, this new battery is really good. Can I have some more copper, please? That'd be great. Thanks. What is... Oh my god. That is a place one can fall down. That is a hole. Okay, so we know that there's going to be a point when we reach a hole. Which is ironic because we're digging a hole. Yeah, we do not want to fall down that. Ugh. Floating pieces of dirt. Get rid of them. There we go. Look at this. We're getting more and more into the money here, people. Oh wow, that was coal. Okay, sure. Oh my god, my inventory is filling faster and faster. Battery's lasting for a while, which is nice. Need to be careful and not fall down that hole. At least not yet. All right. Look at this. Look how much of this hole we've dug. We dug all this. This is my empire. My creation. It's like platforming. Okay, let's charge. You know, let's go ahead and get our jetpack up as well, and we'll fully heal. So we'll have 150 left. Okay. Pretty sure that's coal. Okay. Let's sell. Okay. We're still good on battery. definitely getting a lot lower here. Nothing wrong with that. Uh-oh. Ooh. Did not want that to happen. It's gonna be like, oh my god, I'm gonna fall down the hole, and then I'm gonna get like seriously injured. Now it's gonna be irritating. No. I feel like somebody should keep track how many times I've destroyed, or just like super randomly. Ugh. Okay. Slow. And slow. There we go. On a side note, some more things I was thinking about kind of playing. And obviously you guys let me know, because obviously I want to play things that would be semi interesting to you all outside of just what's interesting to me. For example, like this game is probably more interesting to me potentially. I don't know, I guess it depends on like the reaction I get from it. But I'm thinking about, you know, some more games to kind of play here. Oh my god, why can't I go anywhere? There we go. Oh my god. Jetpack going crazy. You know, I'm planning to play a couple more single horror games. I'm really kind of into horror games. Horror games, survival games, you know, cozy games, simulators are kind of my jam. God, that probably just aged me. Kids use jam nowadays. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna play games, you know, I'm thinking about playing Order 13 coming up. I don't know how long that video is gonna be, but I'm hoping to do it in a one-shot. Poppy's Playtime. I realize that is a episodic game, so there's going to be a couple different chapters for that one, and they are definitely going to range from, you know, I believe the first game is roughly about 30-45 minutes based off of what I've seen. Now, I have seen the first chapter, and I've seen part of the second chapter. But I was trying to avoid watching too much of it because I kind of wanted to play it on my own. And since obviously I'm going to play it for my own, I might as well record it for you all. But I do know that they get longer as the chapters progress. Correct me, obviously, if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, I'm going to kind of, you know, play that one by ear a little bit. Trying to think of what else. Be kind of a good one. I'm going to play something called, I think it's called Safety Hotline or Hotline Safety. It looks like it's horror adjacent. So I'm not too sure about that as of yet, but you know, we'll get into that one. I think we're also planning to do, trying to think of everything that I have kind of on the docket here, kind of planned out or thought of at least. I don't know, and then we'll probably just have some that I just randomly find. I'll probably want to play some Puppet Combo. I have seen Puppet Combo games. They will definitely make me jump and scream. Or shriek. I don't know if I necessarily will scream. But there will be some shrieking. So, that'll be kind of a good game to also kind of play for everybody. That one I think is kind of more like slasher horror. So Charizard, I think, is definitely more psychological. So we'll see. Kind of have a couple different things kind of planned out there. Obviously, let me know if there's something you, like I said, you guys want to see, or you don't even care about seeing. You know, you could come back and say, hey, I have no interest in, you know, Stardew Valley. I have no interest in Puppet Combo. I have no interest in, I don't know, Order 13. And that's fine. I mean, I'll probably still play them, but at least, like, I have an idea of, like, what people kind of want to see. We'll also start doing some of the survival games for you guys. I haven't done that yet on the channel. There's a new one that just came out called Adam Fall. I'll get that played. I do have it. I just haven't downloaded it yet to play it. And that one looks like a lot of fun. And then I have Miss Survival, which is still in development. So both of those will get some love and playtime on the channel. I'm also going to do the Amanda the Adventurer series. I will do both of those. I think I just have to be mentally prepared for those, because they're very puzzle heavy. I have seen the first Amanda. I have not seen the second Amanda. So I do know that there's a second one out, and I believe they're in the process of making the third one. But do not quote me on that. But those look like a lot of fun because they're kind of, you know, quirky. At least the first one has a little bit of that kind of like Dora the Explorer quirkiness to it that I think will be kind of fun to play. So, yeah. Some fun stuff coming up on the horizon, I think. Just have to get to it. I need the time. I don't have the time. But it's crazy how, you know, busy life just gets, just like in general. There we go. I was like, maybe that's ore. Also, let me know if you want to see things other than just video games. I mean, you know, I'm more than happy to expand my horizons a little bit. You know, do some movie reviews, possibly TV show reviews. Talk a little bit about pop culture. Obviously not too much, but, you know, kind of a little bit of a conversation about it. About the state of movies right now, which is really sad. Because as a person who has always loved film and loved movies, it's hard to watch, you know, just the industry go down so much. Now, I have not seen Minecraft. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'm the audience for the Minecraft movie. Never played Minecraft. I don't know if I actually ever want to play Minecraft. No offense to anybody that likes Minecraft. I mean, that's... I watch people play it. it looks fun. I just don't think it's necessarily my style, which is weird to say because it is kind of a survival game, right? Like you construct and build like an environment for yourself, and you know there's creatures and stuff that can attack you. So you would think like that'd be 100% up my alley, but it's just not. It's not my thing. But I also say that having never played it. So I don't know if that's really a fair assessment, right? If you don't play something and you've never played it or watched it or anything like that, can you really give it a legitimate critique? Like, for example, like if you don't play a video game all the way through, or you don't get enough into it, right? And I'm not saying you have to play for hours on end, but like I feel like you can't really say this game sucks if you've only played 30 minutes, 15 minutes of it. I say that then, but also at the same time, like I can watch a TV show and I'm like, ugh, I can't get into this. And, you know, I do try to give a little bit of leeway with TV shows. I do try to go, okay, you know what? I gotta watch at least the first episode, maybe the second episode, and kind of go from there. But if I can't get into it, I just can't get into it. And that's probably the same for a lot of people with, like, you know, specific video games. I just feel like, though, if you're going to be reviewing video games or review TV shows or review movies, you have to actually, like, devote the time into doing them. To playing the game and really getting kind of the full grasp of the game. So that's kind of where it leads me to say, like, that's probably the reason why I really can't say yay or nay on Minecraft, because I haven't played it. So for me to say it's not something that I'd be into is not really truthful, because I don't legitimately know, right? Because I haven't played it. But at the same time, like, you could just easily say, you know, it's just not your style of game. It's just not my style of a video game. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has kind of their style of games. You know, some people don't like horror, aren't going to play it. Some people don't like simulators. My problem is like there are games that I love certain genres. I'm just really not good at them. And so I try to get better, and I play them definitely for enjoyment. And in some cases, just strictly for my own personal enjoyment, right? Like, okay, so, God, that cavern goes down. So yeah, that's just all to say. I can kind of have some different conversations and stuff and kind of talk about it. I'll probably talk about random TV shows actually while I'm playing video games, just in general. Especially because, like, I do like some trash TV. I call it trash TV. Other people probably wouldn't. But, you know, watching things like Southern Charm is like a guilty pleasure. That just ended. We just watched the part 2 of the reunion. So I guess probably labeling it trash TV is kind of mean and rude, but it's kind of that drama-filled reality show, which I have no problem with it. I think it's actually great. It's like its own kind of genre of itself. And, you know, I 100% love that kind of stuff. I think it's really entertaining. To kind of just see kind of that element of life. Watch, you know, The Challenge. Watch Jersey Shore. Oh my god, I just got hurt. It didn't hurt that bad though, so that's good. Trying to think what I'm watching now on television. I don't watch a lot of TV, to be really honest. I watch mostly streaming, but I guess nowadays streaming is what I would refer to as television, even though I still just kind of associate television to cable and actual television. Did watch March Madness. Wish there had been a little bit more of kind of those upsets, but nothing I can do about it. Because I think those are kind of the fun parts, right? Those Cinderella stories, those upsets that occur. Trying really hard not to make sure I don't fall into that hole. I mean, I have the jetpack, but we do have the Masters this weekend. Well, next weekend, but you know what I mean. When this is released, it'll probably be when the Masters is showing. Interesting. I feel like this was planned out or orchestrated. All right. Well, we got 4 copper there. Nice. Very nice. That is what I like to see. All right, let's get that sold. Doing pretty good. 657 buckaroos. So it looks like it kind of goes down and around. Oh, I'm scared I was falling. I'd have to sing the Alicia Keys song, which nobody wants. I guarantee that. That would be a bad idea. Oh my god, there's even more space below. Okay. Well, let's just try not to dig too much there. Ooh, the copper. The copper. What do we have? What do we have? That was horrible, by the way. I should never have done that. Making up songs. While we're digging for ore. Okay. Okay, inventory full and battery is low. And sell. I think we'll just keep going for a little while. I don't know why I keep hitting that. I don't want to have this conversation about destroying ore anymore. I feel like it's just going to automatically happen. Okay. Probably should, like, extend my inventory. Let's take a look at something here. Okay. Okay. And so. Okay. I'm going to just make kind of a small little walkway. I want all the money. I wonder if there's an achievement for this, like where it's like, you've gotten rid of all the dirt. Oof, we're almost at $1,000. I think we can go just a little bit longer because we're not yet at critical. Okay. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, that's a key. Okay. We're going to do a test in a second. Okay. How much energy? Doesn't use that much, actually. Which is pretty good. Okay. Whew, we got a lot of money coming in here. Okay. Do I still have the key? Yes, okay. Here we go. Uh-oh. 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 There we go. As I almost just fall to my death. Okay, look at that. One of the keys. Save. I'm probably going to end up making this game longer than it should be. It's all because I just want to keep digging for everything. I want to dig all the dirt. Because I want all the upgrades, everything. Oh, God. We're just not going to comment anymore. We're just not going to comment anymore. Ugh. like just a giant cavern down there. Jeez. I feel like if I can dig it into a giant hole, I won't have to buy a lot of lamps, because the sun will hopefully be able to reach down there. That's obviously the hope. That also gives me a little bit better clearance for going up, too, with the jetpack. How much? Just need 6 more, bruh. Okay. Perfection. Okay. Let's charge the battery. Let's upgrade to the drill. And let's do the battery. God. This is so much easier. It's like a vacuum. Sucking it all up for me. Okay. Okay, so 2 more. 1 more. Okay. Look at this. Okay. Okay. Oof. Now I can see why you need the jetpack. definitely be a little bit more careful, a little bit more mindful of my battery. Because I'm going to be definitely using that jetpack a lot more. Alright, next one we're going to update is definitely going to be the inventory. There we go. Drill is so much easier than the actual shovel. All right. Ourselves back up there full. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay. Keep expecting something to like start running out of the cavern and attack me. That's how I know I've done too much horror stuff in my life. Okay. That worked. Nice. Okay. No. Alright, look at this. Nothing else will have a very deep swimming pool. Ooh, silver. How much is silver worth? Ooh, 20. Nice. Let's go for a little bit longer and then we'll probably call it quits for the day. And then pick it up on another day. Uh-oh. Actually, that uh-oh ended up not being so bad. Ooh. What? How did that happen? Oh, come on. God, I'm actually gonna have to pay a lot of money for healing now. Ooh, nice. I barely even went down. That's some BS right there. think I'm gonna have to actually get some lights for some areas, which is fine. I just wasn't expecting to have to do that. Kind of hoping to avoid it. Ooh, look at this. Okay. Ooh. Look at that. Charge. Jetpack. And save. Let's go for about another 15 minutes. That'll bring us to about 3 hours and 30 minutes. Nice long video. Hopefully it's semi-enjoyable. I mean, if nothing else, I'm having fun. Like I said. Although, the reality is I probably could be talking a lot more. I don't really know though what to talk about. Look at this. Okay. Okay. Ooh. What is that? Alright. All that silver. Okay. Okay. Dynamite there. Okay. Let's sell. Let's try using the dynamite. So it just turns it into dirt. Okay, so it just broke the rock. Well, that's annoying. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Let's finish this up. Alright, you know what? On that note, I'm going to go ahead and save the game right now. We'll go ahead and call it for the day. Got a good amount in, so that's always nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I had a lot of fun so far playing it. I look forward to playing it some more, kind of see how much further we can get. I know it probably seems tedious to do all the dirt and to collect everything, but you know, I just want to do that. I don't know why, I just do. So I do hope you guys, though, are, you know, at least semi-entertained. Yeah, if you could, please like the video, subscribe, put some comments in there if you guys have questions for me. I'll be able to answer them. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day.